Welcome to Unwinding Roads. My name is Teddy. This is my 2022 Jeep Gladiator Ecodiesel. This is going to be a very short video, but an important video. Today I'm installing the Metalcloak outboard shock mount kit. What it does is it changes the angle of your shocks from this to this, and it turns the mount sideways. That way when you articulate, your shock is not going to bind on that bottom bracket. So we're going to get it installed. The reason why I'm rushing it is I actually leave for Moab in about 48 hours. And I gotta get these shocks in. And the reason why I'm switching out my shocks is because I switched out my suspension to Metalcloak suspension. And I'm still running my TerraFlex shocks. And those two do not work together at all. That's a whole other video. But the long story short is if you get the Metalcloak suspension, stick with the Metalcloak shocks. I'm going to explain why in another video, and I'm going to show you exactly how much more, if any, the Metalcloak suspension articulates. That's enough of that. Today, we're installing these outboard shock mounts. Let's go. So in the box, real simple, you've got your two mounts. Going to be a spacer that goes here where your old shocks used to be, and your shock is going to mount here. It's going to be sideways, so we can articulate this way. Comes with all the hardware you need. And that's that. All right, I'm actually gonna try to do this with my tire still on. I might have to take it off. There is a hole you have to drill out to 3/8. Let's see what happens. All right, guys, so I already did the other side. I didn't film, well, I did film, but I was running into problems just because I'm an idiot. I've never done this before. So I got it figured out. It'll be much smoother this side. I'm going to show you exactly what to do. I'm actually swapping out my shocks right now at the same time. So I found leaving everything hand tight helped the shock get into place a little bit better. So we're gonna go over it all right now. Again, I'm going to explain why I'm switching shock in a future video and why I'm even switching suspension. So subscribe if you haven't already. We're gonna go over this. And right after that video comes out, we're off to Moab. Again, I'm leaving in 48 hours. I'm excited, let's go. Now that the shock is gone, just take this 10mm out. All right. Now there is a hole right here that you have to drill out to 3/8. Luckily, mine's already 3/8. So that made life very easy. Bracket goes on just like this. Putting it on the wrong way. Next up, this bolt with the spacer. Washer. And nut. And again, I'm going to leave this super loose so that I can adjust if needed. All right, and I apologize for the lack of cinematic angles, but there's not a lot of angles we can get at here. Okay, so bolt is in, all this stuff is in. I put the 10mm back. Next up, 14mm. Get this guy done. There we go. well, that's that. I'm gonna take it for a test drive and see how it feels.
So this is by no means a massive flex or anything like that, but you can see how the new mount helps with that articulation. Pretty cool little added feature.
All right, until next time, go away, get lost, and unwind.
Let's go!